one, keep raising your hand if you don't. Pastor Spencer needs one. Thank you, Miss Lee. Now everyone raise it up high, and everyone has one, right? Brother, you need one? Brother needs one here. Brother Kendrick needs one. We're getting pretty good at y'all names. My family. And we need a couple of you here. Okay, y'all can look on the page together. And then you can get one later on. I don't want to take too much time. All right, everyone have one. Everyone's looking at the page. Pledge. The definition of pledge is a serious promise or agreement. A serious promise or agreement. Declaration. The act of making an official statement about something. Something that is made known in a public way. Not in a private way. In a public way. Responsibility. Responsibility is to be morally, legally, physically, or mentally accountable. To be morally, legally, physically, or mentally accountable. And it also is to be reliable and trustworthy. And so what I did was take all of those definitions and put it in a statement. It would seem to me then it would be safe for us to say that this pledge, this declaration for the personal responsibility of our lives is a serious promise. Would you agree? Look at it. It is a serious promise that I will make known in a public way. That I will be morally, legally, physically, and mentally accountable to be reliable and trustworthy. Would you agree? Would you agree? Just using those definitions and putting them all together, it would seem to me that it would be safe to say that I am making a serious promise that I will make known in a public way, that you'll see it in my life, that I will be morally, legally, physically, and mentally accountable to be reliable and trustworthy. If you agree with that, sign down below. I'll give you a few minutes. Do you need something to write with? Raise your hand. Sign below. Throughout this whole pledge, you are going to be putting your name and this date. Did you see where you sign below? Let me give you a couple of scriptures, which is our text. Our text is found in Philippians 2:14 and 15. Philippians 4:2, 14, and 15. If you have your pens, write that down, please. This scripture tells us, Philippians, the second chapter, the 14th and 15th verse. Well, this scripture tells me that if I'm serious about making a serious promise that I will make known in a public way, that I will be morally, legally, physically, and mentally accountable to be reliable and trustworthy, that I'll do all things, now I'm reading from the scripture, that I'll do all things without murmuring and complaining. That everything I do, the first thing that I have to commit to is not doing anything without murmuring or complaining. Because nobody's making you do anything. I said, no one is making you do anything. I said, no one is making you do anything. So if you've chosen to do it, then don't do it complaining or murmuring. That's what. If I'm serious about this promise. What promise? That I will make known in a public way, that I will be morally, legally, physically, mentally accountable, and to be reliable and trustworthy. If I'm serious about this pledge, then I'll do all things without murmuring, complaining, and disputing. Why? So that I will make known to everyone around me that I am a blameless and harmless child of God, without fault in the midst of a crooked and perverse generation. In essence, I'll be righteous, and although everything around me might be wrong, I am determined to be right. Can you make that pledge? Yes, you have the strength to be able to do it. And you have the wisdom of God to be able to do it. And you may come short of the glory of God many times in trying to do it. But I will get back up, turn back around, get back on the right place. You see what I'm saying? And what? And make the commitment